So here we have an exponential function given by e raised to the power of cosine inverse of square root of 1 minus x squared. And we need to differentiate this particular function with respect to x. So we begin by writing the function as y equals to e raised to the power of cosine inverse of square root of 1 minus x squared. We will differentiate both sides with respect to x, and that should give us derivative of y with respect to x is equals to, we differentiate the given function y with respect to x. Now we know that we have an exponential function here. Differentiation of an exponential function gives the function itself. So we will get e raised to the power of cosine inverse of square root of 1 minus x squared multiplied to, now we will need to apply the chain rule. So we will multiply it to derivative of cosine inverse of square root of 1 minus x squared. Now to find the derivative of the cosine inverse function, we use the fact that derivative of cosine inverse of x will be equals to -1 divided by square root of 1 minus x squared. So that should give us -1 divided by square root of 1 minus. So in place of x, we have square root 1 minus x squared. So we replace it with square root of 1 minus x squared whole squared. Now we need to apply the chain rule. So we're going to multiply it to the derivative of square root of 1 minus x squared. Now coming back to the term under the radical, so we can get rid of the square root here because square of a square root gives the number itself. So that will leave us with 1 minus 1 plus x squared. The 1 will get cancelled out, leaving us with under root x squared, which is nothing but x itself. So rewriting the expression, we have -1 over x multiplied to e raised to the power of cosine inverse of square root of 1 minus x squared times derivative of square root of 1 minus x squared. Now here we're going to use the power rule. So for that, we are going to rewrite square root of 1 minus x squared as 1 minus x squared raised to the power of half, so that the derivative will be half multiplied to 1 minus x squared raised to the power of half minus 1, which is -half. Then again we have to apply the chain rule, so it will get multiplied to derivative of 1 minus x squared. Now derivative of 1 minus x squared is -2x. So let's rewrite this expression. Now we have a very simplified form. Now we also see that there are lots of common factors which are going to get cancelled out. So the 2 and 2 gets cancelled out, the x and x gets cancelled out, the negative sign gets multiplied to become positive, and that finally leaves us with e raised to the power of cosine inverse of square root of 1 minus x squared times 1 minus x squared raised to the power of -half. So this is the derivative of the given exponential function.